Hello, my name is Shan, and today I will discuss with you quadratic equation and quadratic expression. So, firstly, we talk about the quadratic expression. So, before discussing quadratic expression, first you want to know what is expression. So, basically, if I give you fx equal to x square plus 1 or x plus 1 or 2x cube 3x plus 2, these all are the expression, right? So it is 2-degree expression, it is 1-degree expression, it is 3-degree expression. So in general, if I give you fx equal to a n x to the power n plus a n minus 1 x to the power n minus 1 dot 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 a2 x square a1 x plus a naught in if n not equal to 0, this where n belong to natural number, then this is expression of degree n. Highest power is n, expression of degree n. So what is quadratic expression? If I give you fx equal to x square plus 3x plus, so it is 2-degree expression. So it is quadratic. Quad. In similar way, if we are discussing this, that degree maximum degree is 1. So it is not a quadratic. Their maximum degree is 3. It exceed by 1 of degree 2. So it is not a quadratic expression. So basically, what condition have to fulfill for quadratic equation? Must have degree of highest degree of order 2. Okay. So if we want to write general equation of quadratic expression, so this will look like this: x square plus bx plus c, where x not equal to 0. So if we apply this condition a not equal to 0, then highest degree of highest degree of this expression will be 2. So if we put a equal to 0, then this term will be vanishes, then this will become bx plus c, and this is nothing but a linear expression. So from here you get an idea that uh, uh, how quadratic expression looks like. Basically, now we will discuss quadratic equation. So what is quadratic equation? So equation associated with quadratic expression is equal to 0. So equation associated associate with this function is called equation. How is this look like? X square plus bx plus c equal to 0. Right. Now we will discuss if this quadratic equation have root alpha and, so now we will discuss quadratic equation in the form of roots. If we have roots of quadratic equation alpha beta, then how we will find that quadratic equation? Basically, if this expression or equation this has roots comma beta, then what is relation between a comma and how we find quadratic equation if we have root and so now we will discuss if quadratic equation has root alpha beta, then what is the relation between uh, quadratic e- what is the relation between alpha and beta, and how we find quadratic equation if we have root alpha and beta. So now we will move what is the relation between root of a quadratic equation. Suppose ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, in which a equal to 0 if if alpha comma beta are root, then it must so alpha plus b alpha c equal to 0, second a alpha a beta plus b beta c equal. Now here subtract 2 from 1. So what we will get a alpha minus plus b into x will be 0. From here we can a square minus b to alpha minus alpha into beta alpha minus equal to 0. Now take common alpha minus beta. This will become a plus alpha into beta. Now look this expression. If alpha minus beta equal to 0, then alpha equal to beta. From here we will get alpha equal to beta. So we will not consider this case alpha equal to beta, because if you consider alpha equal to beta, what will be our motto? If alpha equal to beta, then what is the reason behind our reason? What will we give reason behind to write a alpha square plus b alpha plus c equal to 0 and a alpha plus b a beta plus a beta square plus b beta plus c equal to 0? Basically, both equation will coincide. Then why we are calculating this? If alpha and beta equal alpha equal to beta, then 0 this and these are identical, so 0 equal to 0. So we will not take this condition. Okay. So from here we will get alpha plus beta equal to what? From here we will get uh, alpha plus beta equal to b upon a. Right. This will be equal to 0. So a into alpha equal to minus b, and a goes to dash side. That become alpha plus beta equal to minus b upon a. Now we will consider suppose what is the relation between the product of, to multiply uh, 1 by beta n by alpha, then subtract 1 by 2. So what will we get? A alpha square plus b alpha beta plus c beta And what second expression will give? A alpha beta square B alpha beta plus C alpha. Now subtract. So you will get this cancel out. Here you will get A alpha C. Take common alpha into beta from here. Alpha minus C beta equal to 0. Now take alpha minus beta. So rest term will be A alpha into beta minus C equal to 0. Again, we cannot take alpha minus beta equal to 0, because if we take alpha minus beta equal to 0, then this will become alpha equal to beta, and these two expression are same. So nothing. So alpha not equal to beta. So from here you will get alpha into beta equal to E upon. So we have relation between the root of equation. Sum of root is nothing but minus of coefficient of x and divided by coefficient of x square, and in product of root nothing but constant term upon coefficient of x square. So we write here sum of root equal to minus of coefficient of x upon coefficient of square. Product of root equal to constant term upon coefficient of x square. So what is the coefficient of x? B. And what is coefficient of x square? A. Here what is coefficient of constant of c? Coefficient of x square is a. So you will get an idea the relation between the roots of the quadratic expression. Now I will explain the geometrical meaning of the quadratic expression, like where the vertex of quadratic equation lies. So I will give you a snapshot idea. Like if A is positive, then this quadratic looks like parabolic upward, or look like this, or look like this, like look like this, or like this. If A is negative, then this curve look like this, this. So basically this is what this point is called vertex of parabola. Basically it is in geometrical quadratic present equation of, so it represent equation of parabola, and this point is called vertex of parabola. The standard equation of parabola is equal to y square y equal to x square or 4. So this will like vertex of this parabola equal to 0, right? So now We will discuss where is the vertex of parabola, like if an equation of parabola quadratic, I will to find where the vertex of that parabolic is. So we'll take fx equal square or fx represented on y-axis. So you can take y equal to x square. From here you take a comma c. Now you will rearrange this like something, arrange this to uh, reduce this entire expression in uh, perfect square. Basically, if you know that plus b whole is equal to, what is this, a square plus 2ab plus b square. So suppose x is a, so x square plus 2 into x plus b by 2, because if we have to come with this to become this, so add this term b upon 2a square, because this entire term will be come a plus b ka whole square. So basically you have added b plus b upon 2a whole square, so subtract b upon 2a square plus write this term here upon a. So look at this entire term. This term is nothing but a square plus 2b plus b square. So this will become x plus b upon 2a whole square, and this term become, this is the second term taking minus comma. Now look at this term. Now multiply a by a by side, x upon b by 2a whole square minus b square 4ac upon, right, this is tan term to y equal to, so take this term is this side, y plus a square minus 4a by 4a equal to a x plus b upon the whole square. Now suppose this term is as capital Y and side is capital X. So basically what we assume that, we assume that y equal to capital Y equal to y plus b square 4ac upon 4a, and capital X equal to x plus b upon, right. So if I told you to find vertex of this parabola, so vertex of this parabola lying at x equal to 0, y equal to 0, so we have to put capital Y equal to 0, equal to 0. So we get x equal to minus 1 2a, I equal to b square 4a c upon. So this is the required vertex, this parabola. Now if you look at where this vertex will be lie, now we will discuss uh, where this vertex will be lie on the basis of sign of AB. So basically we get vertex equal to minus b upon 2a, y equal to b square 4c upon 4a. At this point we get vertex, right. So now if we are taking that a is positive comma b is positive, we are considering this one, and b square minus 4ac positive. Basically, b square minus 4ac is what? Is not d to square minus, calling it discriminant. So basically, here we are what we are considering. So I already told that you in parabolic structure, parabolic expression. If a is positive, then parabola is facing upward. So draw x y coordinates. Suppose a is positive, b is positive, and b square minus 4 is positive. So a is positive and b is also positive. Then this term is positive, this term is positive, entire this term is positive, right? And negative sign in front of that. So x will lie where? Left side of origin. Suppose b upon a and this one. And if you assume that a is positive, b is positive, b square minus 4ac is positive. So a positive, so this term is positive, denominator is positive, and b square minus 4ac is also positive. So both expression give you positive and negative sign front of this will make y is negative. So where your y lies? Something b square 4a. This will be the parabola. And I already told you that if a is positive, parabola will be facing upward. So draw parabola facing upward. Now ask you how many root of this type of parabola. If a is positive, b is positive, and b square 4 is positive. So it cutted x-axis as two parallels. So it has two roots. Now consider second case. If a is positive, if a is positive, b negative, and b square minus 4ac, that means this is also positive. So a positive, b negative. So a positive, b negative, and this one negative. Entire x will be positive. So x, your x will lie some, right? And a is positive, b square minus 4ac positive. Positive upon positive. So y will be your negative. The vertex of parabola will lie here. So draw this case. A is positive, so your parabola will be facing upward. So draw parabola from here upward. So in this condition also it has two roots because it cuts x-axis at 2 point. Now again take third case. Third case we will take a negative, b positive, b square minus. So vertex, where will vertex lie? A negative and b positive. So negative positive makes negative and this negative makes x positive. So x will lie, your x will lie b square minus 4ac positive and a is negative. So this term is positive, this term negative. Negative already here. So y, your y will be uh, your y will be negative. This term is positive and this term is negative. And negative is already there. So your y will be positive. So your y lie here. So vertex of parabola is at this point. And now if I already told you that if a is negative then parabola is facing downward. So your parabola looks like this. So in this case, it started x-axis as 2 point. So it has two roots. Now consider another case. If a is negative, b is negative, b square minus 4ac is positive. Okay. So if a is negative and b is negative, negative upon negative, and this negative makes x negative. So your x will lie here, and b square minus 4ac is positive, and your a is negative. So y becomes positive because it is a positive quantity and it is a negative quantity. Then negative and this negative makes y positive. So your y lie, where is the vertex? Here. Now here a is negative, so your parabola will looks like facing downward. This case, cutter x-axis 2 point, so it has two roots. So in all cases, you uh, think you look that we are uh, taking b square minus 4ac is positive in all cases. Here, in all cases, we are taking b square minus 4a positive. Means, and we are changing a is negative, b is negative, a is positive, b is positive. In all cases, we have two roots, right? Two root of this quadratic equation. Okay. So basically, uh, if I told you that uh, root of this equation doesn't depend on the value of sine of AB, it's only depend on the sine of B square 4AC. From here you get an idea that if B square minus 4AC is positive, then it has two distinct real roots, right? Now I will consider the other case in which suppose A is positive, B is positive, B square minus 4AC, right? So in this case, your A is positive, B is positive. Then what is this term will be? X will be positive upon positive, and negative in front of this makes X is negative. So your X will lie here. B square minus 4AC is negative. So this term is negative and A is positive. So negative upon positive and minus negative in multiplication ahead of makes Y is positive. So your Y lie here. So vertex of parabola will be, and I already told you that if A is positive, right? If A is positive, then your parabola will be facing upward. So draw parabola from here, facing upward parabola. So it not cut x-axis at any point. So it has more roots, right? Now consider second case. If A is negative, B is negative, B square 4AC. So A is negative and B is negative. So negative upon negative makes positive, and this negative makes x negative. So your x like here. A is negative, B square minus 4AC negative. So this negative and this negative, negative upon negative makes positive, and this negative makes again y negative. So y will be, so your y like, so vertex of parabola will be this. Now you will take look at A. A is negative. I already told you that if A is negative, then parabola is facing downward. Draw parabola from here downward. So it does not cut at x-axis at any point, so it has no roots. Consider case A positive, B negative, B square minus 4ac positive. So A negative, A positive, B negative, and B square minus 4ac is positive. Okay. So if A is positive, B negative. So A positive, B negative, and this negative. Negative minus to negative upon positive. X entire x is positive. So here x will be here, and B square minus 4ac is we are discussing for negative. B square minus 4ac is negative. So B square minus 4ac is negative and A is positive. So negative upon positive and negative in multiple makes entire thing is positive, right? So your vertex will lie here, and I already told you that if A is positive, then parabola is facing upward. Your parabola will looks like this. So it not cut at x-axis at any point, so it has no roots. Now consider another case. If A negative, B positive, B square minus 4ac negative. Okay. A negative, B positive. So A will be negative, B will be positive. This makes x and negative sign add up. This makes x positive. And B square minus 4ac is negative. A is negative. So negative upon negative makes positive, and this negative makes y negative. So the here is, so vertex will be here. Now vertex will be here. Okay. And I already told you that if sign of A is negative, then parabola is facing downward. So your parabola will be look like this. So in all cases, you look that if BS, if you fix B square minus 4ac is negative, and we are changing the sign of A and B, in all cases we are getting that this curve, parabolic curve, doesn't cut x-axis at any point. So from here we can get an idea, if B square minus 4ac is negative, that means D is negative, then this quadratic equation has no real roots, right? Now I will discuss the condition for B square minus 4ac equal to 0. Suppose B square minus 4ac is equal to 0. That means y coordinate is equal to 0. So it's only depend on value of A and B. Y coordinate is equal to 0. In this case, if A is positive, B is positive. So A is positive and B is positive. Entire x will be negative. So your x lie here, and y coordinate is already 0. So vertex of parabola will be here. And y A is positive, so parabola looks like this. Okay. So in this case, your parabola just touches x-axis, and it is 2-degree equation. So it has two roots. Either it has two roots or it has zero roots. So basically, it has repeated root. That means it has both root are equal. In this case, right? In similar way, if we are discussing this scenario, if A negative, B negative, y coordinate is already 0, right? Because B square minus 4 is equal to 0. If A negative, B negative, then this entire term will be negative upon negative, this positive, and this negative makes x negative. So your x lie here, and y is 0. So vertex of parabola will be this, and A is negative, so parabola will be facing downward. So similar, if a negative, b positive, b square minus 4ac equal to 0, then in this case, what will be the scene? A negative, B positive. So A negative, B positive. This makes X positive. So your X lie will be here, and B already Y is already 0 because B square minus 4AC is 0. So A negative, your parabola will be facing downward. Now another case, if A positive, B negative, B square minus 4AC equal to 0. So in this case, what will be X? A positive, B negative. So this is negative and this negative makes X positive, right? So your X will be here and Y coordinate is 0 because B square minus 4AC equal to 0. So Y coordinate is 0 and A positive. So parabola will be facing upward. So in all cases, we are fixed B square minus 4AC equal to 0 and we are changing the sign A or B. Then in all cases, we are getting roots that it just touches the x-axis. That means it has repeated roots, right? So from here we get condition that if b equal to b square minus 4ac in this equation is positive, it has two distinct real roots. If b square minus 4ac is negative, then it has no real. If b square minus 4ac equal to 0, then it has repeated repeated real repeated real roots, right? Now if I ask you where is the minima value of this type of function will end, right? So you look that from this point, bottom of this point, function is not lying. So maximum we are checking value of any function at y-axis. So at this point in this curve, we will get minimum value because maximum value is infinity. So basically, you can get an idea that if a is positive, then maxima not exist because maxima will be infinity. So in this case, minima will exist, and that minima will be attained at vertex, and at vertex x equal to minus b upon 2a. So put this x equal to minus b upon 2a in this expression, you will get the minimum value. Or you also calculated the vertex y equal to what? Minus b square minus 4ac upon 4a. So at this point, y will be b square minus 4ac upon 4a. So minimum value of this function will be y square this, and in this type of graph, you will get maximum value of function at this point. So again, that point is vertex y coordinate. Okay, so this is the entire theory of the equation. Now I will discuss with you few question. Like if I give you equation x square plus 2x, अभी तो था यार, चल रहा था.